Hello and welcome everyone to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming. My name is Brenden, and today we will be painting the Gravis Captain, who is kind of an amorphous black blob at this point. But he will eventually be painted, as long as I have everything actually set up, because I'm running a little behind this week. But yes, hello and welcome. Hello, Wanting Fire. Hello, Perkysaurus. Always happy to see you both. Scott should be joining us here at some point. So we will see how that goes. I think he got some work stuff come up. So, hey, Tristan. That's right, because I was doing the thing. I can make this work. So what? Yeah. Perfect. How's everyone doing tonight? Besides Tristan being tired. And I need my paint water. I'll be right back. I don't know if I'd say fixed. It's working for now, Mini Doc. We'll see how that goes long term. My dogs live to antagonize me. That's all I'm saying. Oh, hey, you had your MEPS day. That's delightful. MEPS day is fun. Awkward. Very specific reasons I'm not going to get into on stream, but I'm sure you are now well aware of. Red? Skin tones on 13 Rapintia. Alright. I need a thing to put places. To put things. Get everything kind of set up. Don't worry, Maydoc. You'll never feel clean again. How are you painting the skin tones, Tristan? I'll admit, I am a complete coward, and I just use Gilliman flesh on basically everything. All right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Forgot you were doing the. Forgot about your army theme for a second there. That would make sense. You kind of don't have a quick way to do that, do you? Get a little bit more of a zoom. There it is. All right. Oh, I want to get that set up just so I have an idea of how the stream is doing. Perfect. Also, sorry, no pup cam today. My wife had to use extra webcam for work. That sounds weird saying it out loud, but I used it for work last week, so or here recently. So I actually haven't been able to. Well, actually, what happened is I 110% forgot to set it back up. So. I'm going to start with base coat, so we're just going to do a nice little corn red on this cape because red capes look great against black armor. So we're just going to start there. And base coating's nice because you can turn your brain off. Oh, by the way, Mini Doc, I don't know if you noticed, but did you see the announcement from Warlord Games today regarding bolt action? Mm. Uh, Start with Mini Doc, because you get a comment. You did reply first. Mini Doc, Warlord Games is doing a digital version of bolt action. They actually just released a trailer today for it, which was surprising to say the least. Everyone, I don't know if it's reconnected or not fully. Lost Wi-Fi for a second there. It appears to be back now. If you guys can see me, please say something. That was weird. I am trying a direct line now. So, okay. I see you wanting to fire. Trying a direct line, which should make everything a bit smoother. At least as far as uploading and stuff. But that is not the first time it is randomly disconnected. So we will see how that goes. Also, Tristan thinks he's very clever. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you so very much. There. I gotta zoom everything back in. Boop. Hey, it wouldn't be a Neuro-Heretical stream without technical difficulties. That's like the law, I think, of averages or something. I don't know. Alright. A significant chunk of his base coat. I don't know if I'd say you're clever for playing GSC, because you were tricked into playing GSC, so really, who wins? Arya, why are you woofing? Don't you be woofing. Especially if you're not going to get up to do it. If it's not worth getting up for, it's not worth barking at. That's just like the rules. Of what? I don't really know, but yeah, the rules. What do you mean? How much do you think is it going to go through me, Doc? Sorry, I'm a little not entirely sure what you mean. I'm a little dumb, so you know. We'll do that. I don't want to do that as a white. I'll do it as a red. I'll do it as a red. I don't want to get super particular with these guys because they're kind of not generic. That's not really the right term, but they're not super like specific or anything. That makes sense. They're not like name characters or. Oh, how much it's gonna go for? I don't know, honestly. If I had to guess, it's probably gonna be on the cheaper side, just because it's a niche title and it's not like it's breaking a whole lot of new ground cost wise and stuff. Um, I mean, I don't really keep up with the price of games anymore, but if I had to guess, I feel like somewhere 30 to 40 maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that would be high or low. I feel like it could go either way. There's not really a whole lot. I mean, I guess quite literally Tabletop Simulator is probably like the closest, but like Tabletop Simulator isn't really built around a war game officially. So, yeah, no. Red always just makes the black pop very well. Get his little heavy bolt tears. Not heavy. Whatever his big bolt gun is called. They have a name. I forget what. It's like I don't think it's heavy bolt gun. But it's like the specific one that the Gravis dudes use, but I don't know what it's called. It is. Black and Red is like an absolute classic. Um, I mean, just look to comic books and see how many like black and red color schemes there are. Quite a few. See, Miles Morales is probably the most well-known one right now, I feel like. But you do see it pop up in other places as well. There goes the dogs. Oh, also, just a quick side note. This will be a bit of a shorter stream. I will be finishing up around about 9 o'clock, so I do need to get some stuff done. This will not be a late stream or anything like that. I do apologize.
Hello.
A wild Scott has appeared.
For a little bit. Apparently, I need to go into work in about 45 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect, Scott. I'm only going to 9 tonight.
Well, I have to leave before then, so.
Alright, give me a second, because I'm pretty sure you're probably echoing on their end.
Okay.
Alright, say something real quick.
Hello.
Yeah, my mic's picking you up too. Let me put on some headphones. Also, say hello to everyone.
Do you want me to wait to get headphones on, though?
And yet you didn't. It was a test, Scott, and you failed.
That's what we call entrapment.
Alright, hello, Scott, can you hear me?
Hello.
Alright, and you're picking up on their end. Also, that's not how entrapment works.
You're entrapping me with these definitions of yours.
Walk me through how entrapment works, Scott. Walk me through it.
That sounds like an entrapment to me.
Entrapment is notoriously one of the hardest things to prove, or to argue, I guess.
Yet here he is entrapinating me.
In the American legal system. Entrapment and what's the other one? Slander or libel are all very, very hard.
Well,
What?
you know, luckily this isn't the U.S. court of law, so I can just say you're entrapping me.
I mean, you can just say that too. You don't.
Yes, I mean, you know.
You can actually
Here.
just say whatever you want in a court. It's just not recommended.
We just out here saying things. Off even.
By the way, Wanting Fire says hello.
Hello. Sorry for the late. I'm the one on. Sorry for the late join. I am the one on call this week, so I got a call, and I guess I'll need to go in at some point. But here we are.
Our chat is truly fascinating, let me tell you. Especially that old Percosaurus. Fascinating individual. Ugh. So actually, he's not dropping puns today. Or they. I don't know. I don't know what their situation is, but
We don't assume here.
I don't assume here at Neuro-Heretical Wargaming.
Actually, what is? There's like an unwritten rule of the internet that everyone on the internet is a dude until proven otherwise. I think that one's kind of fallen out of vogue, but
That is true. That was one of the rules of the internet back in the day if you're old like us. Which, according to our stats, you are. Our analytics bear out that our average viewer is actually in our age group. It's like 25 to 35. But yeah, you working on anything tonight, Scott?
I'm not. I don't have enough time to get things, get my paint saw set up and everything. So yeah, just hanging out for a little bit before I leave.
That's kind of what I figured.
So I guess the only real thing I'm doing is looking at my magic cards, I guess? Question mark? Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Okay,
Do something nerdy at least.
I was gonna say be entertaining, but that's not true.
Well, I'm always entertaining.
Also,
Are you not entertained, Brenden? Are you not?
only if you can name what movie that's from.
That's Gladiator.
Oh, I am entertained.
Okay, good. You're trying to accuse me of some kind of casualness because there's niche movies of yours that I hadn't seen.
I feel like I don't watch that many niche movies.
Nah, niche movies. Very art vogue of you.
I feel like that's objectively not true.
Nah, you're talking crazy. Predator is a very artsy vogue movie. Very underground.
Yeah? Is it?
Very underground.
Yeah, like Shin Godzilla. That one's underground too.
Yeah, I've seen. No, it's not. I've seen Godzilla -1. I have not seen Shin Godzilla.
I really need to sit you down and make you watch Shin Godzilla. I do really feel like you would appreciate the the condemnation of government bureaucracy. I feel like
That sounds like fun.
I feel like you would relate to the characters on a deep, dare I say, spiritual level.
That sounds unfortunate for them.
Yeah, of course it's unfortunate for them. They're literally in a Godzilla movie. Like being a normal person in a Godzilla movie, it's really not that fun. I don't think that's controversial to say.
And a hot take. Maybe it's a fun time being a Godzilla movie.
Okay, to be fair, I guess that depends on the Godzilla movie. Actually, the only one I can think of where Godzilla is actually not rampaging the city. The central plot is a child getting bullied, so I'm not entirely sure. That one's a big improvement. Yeah, fun fact, if you ever decide you want to rewatch all of the old Godzilla movies, I need you to realize that there's a point in the 60s where Godzilla becomes a child. Or not, isn't a child. Is like a children's character. It is a very weird uh, development of his character. But it does happen.
Do you feel like it attested to your do you feel like it spoke to your inner child?
No, because all the children characters are very, very annoying. And
Also,
some
I
of
will
the
say, what are you smoking? Oh gosh, Biddy, what are you doing? What are you smoking? Because Perkysaur's over here dropping puns left and right. I don't know what you smoking right now.
Okay, he wasn't until I said something, and then he started dropping puns.
That
And
sounds like
and
entrapment.
I would like to point out, faux pas is a repeat. He has said it before.
It sounds made up. That sounds like you're trying to entrap him in having to make bad puns.
God, I know where you live.
Yeah, but I'm about to go to work and you can't go there, boy.
You gotta come off. You gotta come off work eventually.
I don't know, not if they have their way.
Actually, through a very long, convoluted process, I'm pretty sure I could actually go onto your work. It's just gonna take
Just
me
have to
some
get it
time.
take you a lot of time.
And require me to work through the VA, which is a whole problem.
Well, in other news,
Oh,
Tristan has a question.
I need more lead belcher. Yes. What is Tristan's
You
question?
need to be led belchered. What are your predictions? Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Oh, what are your predictions for 11th edition?
Hmm. Well, I mean, based on previous editions, it is likely I don't need anywhere near this much lead belcher. This is why I'm out of lead belcher. Um, it is not going to be a. It's not going to be a revamp. Odd numbers editions the last two times have been basically a more refined version of the previous edition, with little things added and changed up here and there, but usually close enough that excuse me, the previous edition's books still work in the next edition. So I think that's still probably going to be the case. I do think we'll still see like detachments. We'll still see a lot of the big stuff. We won't see any like. We'll see some kind of cool rule changes that probably change how some things work, but they won't be. It won't be massive, massive. The core of the game will still play the same. It's just a lot of little things will change enough to make it feel new. If that makes sense.
Right. So yeah, I wouldn't expect like a huge relearning curve with the new edition at all.
Yeah.
What I would hope would be better terrain mechanics. That's more of a hope right now than anything.
Yeah, 'cause it's hard to take a real guess at it this early. Because I mean, we could take kind of a shot at it with the new year and kind of how that data slate starts to work. Because I do remember at the end of ninth, we saw some things that were clearly like beta tests for 10th edition. So I think they like changed up how, for example, how war gear got given out, at least on a small level, or got priced out. That in hindsight was a beta test. Though that could be an example of something we do see changed. is basically war gear going back to being priced out individually rather than just the unit being whatever the unit costs.
Right.
Which
Yeah, I'm.
of two minds
I don't
about.
know. Yeah, I'm not sure if we will, just
Sure.
because that'd be such a huge delta from the current. Oh, sorry. Such a huge delta from the current codices.
I mean, I would argue
I
it
thought they already
is.
established. I thought they already confirmed that the new codexes would be the old codexes would be compatible until they were replaced. Or is that? I don't know if that's actually been confirmed or if that's been
I don't know. I haven't heard anything on
just
that.
a theory.
I think that's just a
'Cause I
theory because I don't
feel
think
like
they've talked about
somebody
11th
said
at
it,
all.
but I don't know whomst.
I know GW hasn't really talked about the end of the edition at all. I mean, there is always a non-zero chance we don't see a new edition next year, right? Everything is a pattern until it very suddenly isn't. I don't
Well,
think.
I mean, these 500 worlds is likely the end of edition campaign, if we
Oh,
had
for
to guess
sure.
wildly. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing that it's not. I'm just saying, like, that should, like, things are a pattern until they very suddenly aren't. The way I would look at it is that Horus Heresy recently continued the 3-year cycle. And that to me means that it is likely still that further reinforces the likelihood that 40k is going to remain on that 3-year cycle. Because if any game like could have avoided the 3-year cycle, I would argue Horus Heresy is kind of it, but they did chose to keep doing that with it. So I wouldn't expect them to see that big of a change in how like the base release schedule of their company works, in that quick of a time, if that makes sense.
nah, that doesn't make sense at all. That's dumb.
You know what? You're done. Yeah. How you feel about that, Mr. Master's degree? Shocked him
But
into
no, I mean,
silence.
let's see what you're saying. But also, is it? I guess it depends on if there's any overlap with their personnel between the game systems, or is everybody kind of just like able to work on things independently?
I don't know. I mean, their mainline games are the ones that follow the 3-year cycle. So it's like 40k, AOS, Heresy now, and then like I think Kill Team also follows it. But I don't know. I don't know how they're structured, and that gets into like very deeply how they get like how their company is structured, how they structure their release schedules and everything. That's very much a corporate level thing and not a game design level thing. But who knows? I think if nothing else, so long as 11th is a further refinement of 10th edition, I think I'll be happy. Because overall, I like 10th edition. There are just a few things I would change. And none of them are like,
Okay, well, I guess that okay. I guess that's the what's the biggest thing then? Like, what do you want to see changed?
so I do really like the detachment system. I've talked about that a lot. I am a pretty big fan of it. I like being able to change up how my army plays and still have this core of like, hey, this is my army, right? Like this is familiar, but I can do things a little bit differently. I like that. It's very flexible. It's awesome. That gives more choices to players to show how they represent things. So I guess kind of what I would like to see um, is so specifically for detachments. I would like to see more detachments that make things that are not battle line, and stuff like that. That just opens up list building a little bit more. So you can like, so think for example the White Scar detachment, the Stormlance. Let that take Outriders as battle line. I don't see a reason why that should be limited that way. and that just lets like Vice Cars players, especially, run more bikes. I think that's interesting and fun. I would like to see more of those. And like
Yeah, and
they're
that's not really like a change. That's more of just like the new codex comes out, and that's what the new detachments are.
well, I mean, it's a design philosophy change. Because right now, their
Right.
design philosophy is to have that be relatively rare and be mostly focused around like actual sub factions. So, like we saw with the Harlequin detachment, or like, does the crew detachment do that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So right now, the design philosophy around making things battle line is aimed at sub factions. I would like to see that broadened out a bit, maybe not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Um, what about you, Scott? This has been very aimed at me right now.
I don't know. Well, I think the main thing I want to see is just rules for terrain uh that are not ruins. Better rules for terrain to encourage a little bit more variety. Which I've said it before. It's
What?
not
No
really a
way.
shocking thing.
Scott likes terrain. No way.
I like terrain. I want reasons for us to make nice, fun terrain.
Yeah, I think that would be nice too. And I do think that if I had to guess, that's something they might actually look at changing because that's a relatively minor shift.
Um, but yeah, also to answer your question for Mini Doc, uh, yes, we will see Horus Heresy on the channel again. However, I was on work travel for a month and we had the extra life stuff. So last month was a bit of a wash. So,
It's because Scott doesn't love us. Don't let him fool you.
well, he
If
said it, not me.
if the boot fits. That is one thing we are gonna like. Side note, like I said, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Great thing about sitting in on a hobby stream, you get a lot of behind the scenes stuff. We do need to figure out how we're going to juggle like uh, side quest Saturday, 30K, and maybe bolt action too. Because I feel like all three of those are starting to grow beyond side quest Saturday games. So
I mean, we've played Horus Heresy a couple times. We've only played, I'll be honest, we've only played Bolt Action once.
I know I just want to play it again.
I mean, I know, yeah, we don't have to play it for the channel. You could just come over and play Bolt Action. That is a legitimate thing.
I have tried. The main issue is more just timing right now because it's a very busy time of the year. But I
I
do
think
know
the
we
main
have.
issue is not getting your texts, so
I mean, that doesn't help. You say you're not getting them. At some point, you're just ignoring them. Where's my
no,
Balthazar?
no, it's
He's ignoring me, chat. I want you to know that. He's been ignoring me all week. He asked
yeah,
earlier
well,
this week what our availability was this weekend. I responded, and he didn't read it. And he had the gall to ask me it again today. So I just copied and pasted it.
did you say that you can do? Because that one I didn't get.
Yeah, I did genuine like the one I sent today was generally a copy and paste of the one I sent like 2 or 3 days ago.
What the hell? Yeah, for some reason in our group chats, I'm not getting Brendan's texts. I don't know why.
It is very specifically mine. It's very personal, and I don't know why. I'm a little
It's
insulted,
so
Scott.
weird and frustrating. Like this happens occasionally, right? Like with my phone, I don't know why. It just will seem to happen and then just stop happening.
I do remember, didn't we have a little bit where you were receiving my text, but like the group text, but in like the individual chat? Like the one on
Yes.
one? Yeah. That
Yes,
happened
but
for a
not
little bit.
anymore. Now it's just not receiving your text at all. That receiving them individually, that was too much. Now I'm just not getting them at all.
It's okay, Scott. You can announce to chat that you hate me.
Well, he said it, not me.
Chat, I just want you to know. If there's ever a situation where Scott and I are obviously fighting, I want you to know the channel will soon die.
Well, He said it,
Because
not me.
if me and him aren't getting it done, nothing on this channel is getting done.
But yeah, so in an ideal world, right? In the ideal world, um, what the schedule looks like is that we alternate where we have a weekend that's just a Sunday game. We have a weekend that has a Saturday and a Sunday game. We have a weekend that's just a Sunday game. We have a weekend that's a Saturday and a Sunday game. One of those being Saturday side quest, one of them being Horus Heresy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
What happened was we had a bunch of things back to back because Jeff got married, so his schedule, his ability to support us leading up to that was shot. Jonathan and I both had work travel, so that also constrained things. Then I was gone for a month, and Bird has been fairly MIA because he's not on work travel, but he has had a grotesque work schedule. So, um, yeah, but now that we have more people, we have Tim on board, though he currently is getting dental work done. Brooke's on board, and she's starting to play as well.
By play, we
It
mean
it
Bully
will
Scott.
things are we can get things a little bit more consistent now once we get that all figured out. It's just going to the holiday season, so
Yes,
it's just
like
matter of having the time to actually like lay that out.
we had all that
Um,
stuff, and then the holidays hit and Extra Life, and it was, yeah. We have things in the pipelines. We promise. We
but yeah,
hope to
I'm
get.
hoping next month is a bit more smooth. I'm also hoping that this week we do plan on doing our side quest Saturday for Kill Team. We're just finalizing the people and the armies so that I can make thumbnails, but we could probably at least go ahead and now I'm going to finalize the armies first before we schedule those. But you hear it here first. This Saturday will be Kill Team. Sunday will be 40K. Still figuring out the who's for that.
I thought we had Sunday narrowed down at least.
We have Brooke and Jonathan at the very least. I didn't know if we had other people finalized. I know you said you're available both days.
I think it's going to come down to is one of me or you is doing both days.
Right. If I do both days, I do want to be the one that produces on Saturday, just because I have a Christmas party the night before and the night after, so I will probably be I may or may not be hungover. That is an option. I'll be honest with you guys. But also also don't know when I'm getting back to my house. So
I mean, we can get some nog and just make it a whole thing.
a little noggin action.
Yeah,
Noggin.
yeah.
Don't worry, everybody. The eggnog latte is back at Starbucks.
I will say I know I'm not opposed to doing both days, with the caveat
Oh,
that I do have a tighter time restraint on Sunday. I mean, actually, if I produce, we could trade off. Um, but yeah, I'm not opposed to that just because I know I'm going to be out of town like the week after. Is it the week
oh,
after?
okay. That's
I guess 2 weeks after. I'm going to be out of town for the end of this month.
okay. That's fair. And we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're not to finalize anything on stream.
It'll buff. It'll buff. It'll buff.
It'll buff. You heard it here first, folks. Scott is
But yeah,
playing both
so
streams.
against Brenden
No, because that means
with
Bird has to
Bird
produce.
producing. It'll be interesting because Bird has never produced before. I don't think Bird hasn't even seen what that looks like. Jeff has at the very least seen what the software looks like, and he's been like, "That's scary." Bird has not even seen what the software looks like, so it would be fascinating, if nothing else.
I feel like fascinating if nothing else could be on Bird's tombstone. I got
Bird,
Scott on that one, guys.
fascinating, if nothing else.
Bird, if you're somehow watching this, we love you.
But you are still fascinating. And something else. He's something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's our boy.
Actually, just real quick to touch back on what Maydoc said. There will be another vote actually this Saturday when we do SideQuest Saturday for the next SideQuest Saturday, so for January. So you will get your say in that. We'll need to figure out what we're doing for that because we're starting to run out of games, so we're probably going to start repeating some again.
Yeah, and that's fine. We've repeated games before, so.
For SideQuest Saturday? Well, I guess we have,
Yeah,
but
we haven't repeated games. We've repeated games on the vote.
yeah, so say we haven't have we repeated any that have won before yet?
Not yet.
Okay, that
For
was really more
sure.
what I was getting at. I know we've recycled ones that haven't won, but that's a little different.
I don't know, let me look at the playlist real quick.
I don't think we have.
Have we actually played for SideQuest Saturday? We've done 30K. No, we did 30K twice. Well, no, okay, that wouldn't really count that one. For one of them was the actual vote for that. The other one was like, oh, 30K is fun, and the edition's coming up. The other one
Yeah,
was
that was
30
our.
edition's coming up, and another edition's coming up. Well, okay, actually that's. But no, we haven't had a repeat. We've had Horus Heresy, then we voted for Fallout,
Yeah.
and then we had Middle Earth, and then we had Bolt Action, and now we have Kill Team coming up.
So yeah, we got options. We got options.
Options. There's always an option.
There's always another way.
No way.
We know the way. Follow me, brothers. I know the way. Who here is?
No way.
I was gonna say who here is old enough to know that meme, but that's not meme. It's actually not that old. I think.
No, not really.
I just kind of missed it when it happened because I think that was when I was overseas, actually. Also, thank you, Wanting Fire. I do think he looks quite mighty. I get a little thing in my eye. He's very gold. Because he loves gold. Nah, who's old enough to remember that? I know some of you weren't alive. I'm sure of it.
I was in Amsterdam when I got to reference that.
Did you really get to... How did that go?
I got sensible. I got good laughs out of it.
Oh, okay.
We were with two German guys, and they didn't know it, they didn't see it coming, so they were laughing, just like, what the fuck?
Oh, you didn't reference the part where he talks about being intolerant of other people's cultures?
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Oh, you...
Two things I hate: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
One of my favorite lines in that movie.
In my defense, the Dutch are weird, and their language bizarre. I now know their language just as Valley Girl German.
I have heard it described as swamp German, and it tracks.
Nah, Valley Girl German. It's just Germany's going, yas.
I can see that. I can accept that. I feel like that's a great way to get in a fight with a Dutch person, and I approve.
Fine, they're Dutch. What are they gonna do?
Clog me to death. You heard it here, all three of our Dutch viewers. Scott is throwing out the gauntlet. He will take you on.
You know, with all due respect, beautiful country, very, very pretty city. And it's still pretty, but your language is still silly. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie to you. If there's anything you're gonna get from us here at Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, it's honesty, because I'm too autistic to be polite by accident.
Weren't you told the autistic test was unnecessary?
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of sensible chuckles, that gets me every time. Love you, Scott.
Oh, he loves me, guys. What are you working on tonight, by the way?
This is a Gravis Captain. Specifically, I think this is the one. This actually came in the same box as your flayers, whatever they're called. Something flayers.
Blade ones.
Blade ones. Remember I picked up that because that one store had it like super duper cheap.
Yeah, super duper.
Yeah, I think this is the same in Gravis Captain that came in that box. It came with a bunch of heavy intercessors. I don't know if this Gravis Captain was released separately later on or not, though. Yeah. This is actually my second Gravis Captain. I have two. I have this one. I have the other one that has like the power fist and sword. This one's got like a bolter and power sword.
Okay.
Today on
Yeah, I have my
Neuro-Heretical
blade
Wargaming.
ones built. I think for my new year, new army, we're going to finally finish one of the old armies.
You're gonna finally put your nose to the grindstone and do your Necrons, right?
Yeah, we're doing we're gonna make it a white Christmas, everybody, and I'm painting a bunch of white armies. So the girlfriend has her sororitas, who are Order of the Sacred Rose, which is a white paint scheme, and I'm pretty happy with how those are coming out. And then on top of that, we have the Necrons, who, because of some inner self-loathing that I guess I need to unpack, I need to paint white and also convert a bit.
All right, Scott, hear me out. I want to pitch this in front of chat so you can't actually back out. So really, you don't have a choice in the matter. Hear me out. We do a video where we have 24 hours to paint an entire army, and you do your Necrons, and I'll do my Soviets.
It's 24 hours to paint an entire army, except it's just Jonathan and Bird, and it's the two of us with wiffle bats.
Okay, but Bird might actually be able to pull it off.
Okay, well that's when you can turn your wiffle bat over towards him, over towards Jonathan.
so what you're saying is we hit Bird when he moves too fast, and we hit John when he moves too slow. Is that what you're proposing?
No, no, no. We just try to get Jonathan to keep up with Bird.
I want to challenge the man, not murder him.
Oh, isn't that what most of boot camp was?
I want to talk about it.
Most of basic, rather.
No, most of basic was just getting yelled at.
Well, we could do that too. Like that's an option.
But no, I think it could be fun. We'll just film for like 24 hours. You know, a challenge. It'll be great. One of my dogs just like creepily leaned around the corner from the dark hallway. I just saw it like in my little mini screen. I just see like this like white face lean and then like walk away. It was, to be honest with you guys, that creeped me out a little bit. All right.
Watching, waiting.
Scott, do you have any
Okay,
Mechanicus?
sorry,
Hmm?
I gotta catch up on these messages. Also, I was sorry, I'm also doing some work stuff right now. I could all do a calendar every month ahead. Yeah, that's the real thing that we'd like to do, mini doc. Is just have a calendar for an entire month just laid out. It's like, hey, this is what the month looks like, and just have that all laid out. That way, also we can front load all of the what's it called? Wow, thumbnails. Front load all the thumbnails. Kill team, and I guess, do you want to play Brennan? You're not a big fan of skirmish games, right?
I mean, they're alright. I've only played very few games of Kill Team,
Okay.
but
Would you want to play kill team, or
I can. I've got multiple, but I think all of us do at this point.
yeah?
Somewhat incidentally, to be honest with you. Not really intentionally for a good chunk of them, but
Okay, well, we'll figure that out, but one of us will play. But yeah, we would like to just have the whole month scheduled. It's just been, with recent events, been difficult to do that, but trying to do better. Doing better every day.
if you can count on anything at here on Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, is that we will try to do better. We may not succeed, but the attempt will be made.
Let's see. Kill team Noggin Hall.
What?
Noggin.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I don't know. It's eggnog time. Gravis Templars looking very mighty. Oh, that is a good question. When you're painting, metallics details before skin tones? Actually, yeah, depending on how much work you put into your skin tones, probably. Well, okay, I'm of two minds about that. When I'm painting, I usually try to, I forget, but the term is kind of like the getting dressed principle. You start with your model's waking up in the morning. What's the order that their things would be on? So obviously their skin would be on first, because I mean, I guess with played ones, maybe that's not the case, but otherwise, most part, they have skin already on. So you start with the skin and you kind of work your way out, so that way you don't have to like reach in to like try to get those details. And it's more of like it's a rule of thumb, right? So as with any rule of thumb, the rules are meant to be broken, but
Let's say the way I typically do it is more like I really haven't heard of anything like that. I tend to do more like, okay, what areas do I not care if I get messy? Right? Like what areas would be easy to clean up? And I do those first. That way if I'm doing the more finicky parts on top of that, if I mess up and get on it, it's really easy to clean up. At least as far as like base layers go. If that makes sense. So like for this guy, I went with like his cloak and his like all the red parts, his cloak, his tabard, his gun. I just went with those first because they're really big. But I also tend to prime my stuff in their color if I'm not using like a contrast. So that's a little bit different. If I'm using a contrast, I'll start with whatever the like armor color is. That tends to be the thing. Armor or uniform color, I guess, since I'm getting into historicals in Krieg. Also, I was like to point out, Tristan was like, well, I guess.
give me one moment. I need to give Jonathan a call.
Okay, bye, Scott. Scott's leaving us, guys. He doesn't care about us anymore. Let's see, what does Tristan say? Terpentia, the flayed ones of the Imperium. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I feel like with, gosh, I don't even know, honestly. With them, it could kind of go either way. But you're doing like an actual, kind of scheme for their skin. So I don't know if that'd be easier or not. Yeah, like I said, I tend to do the things that would be easier to like clean up first. But that's just me. Clearly, Scott has a different method. And his minis come out okay, so maybe he's on something. Or maybe I am. With my fast and dirty miniatures. I don't know. Let's see. Perkysaurus. Work on my marine armies. What marine armies do you have, Perkysaurus? I feel like you've mentioned, but I forget. I know I've seen your guard armies for sure. Did you post a picture of one of your marines? Or no, that was more Restorians. I do know we did talk about the fact that you casually had like a Krieg box and like two other big boxes right behind it. He's coming out swell. I think I'm gonna go back and work on corn. Do the corn red a little again. My corn red has dried up a little bit. Dark Angels, Imperial Fist, and Ultramarines. Very nice. Do you have a main, or do you just switch between them? Or I guess which one was first? So I feel like one of the eternal rules of 40k is that eventually a person will have a Space Marine army. It cannot truly be avoided. Oh. Like one of the Deathwing games, or like, I was about to say, is there a Deathwing tabletop game, or is that just Space Hulk? That's just Space Hulk. I think there might have been like a British thing. Like there was actually. Now that I'm saying it out loud. I don't know what color I'm gonna paint that purity seal. Cause it's gonna have a whole bunch of red around it. I need a different color for it to pop. Well, it is past 8:30, so we will see if Scott returns. There is a
I do return.
Oh God.
Jonathan has offered to go in my stead, so I was just coordinating that with him.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
You didn't like volunteer him, did you?
No, he volunteered. He's a little behind on hours, so he's like, oh, I can just do that and get caught up. It's like, oh, okay, well, it's a
Have at it.
win-win.
I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, it all works out. It all's coming up, Mailhouse. But I guess if you're stopping at, well, you're stopping in like 30 minutes or so, so I guess I'll just keep working on my magic decks. Why
Nerd.
not?
Well, I mean, one reason
Sure.
is because it's magic.
Magic's fun. I've been jonesing for a game. I haven't been able to play in at least a month. We started a game during like the extra live stream, but then something happened technical, and I was like, oh god, I'm coming, everybody.
I actually remember that. It's gonna sound weird, but I could see it from my car when I was trying to sleep. And I was
Yeah,
like,
because Tim live streamed part of it.
so literally one of the last things I did before I went and made my bed is I handed Tim my phone. And I was like, here, Tim, go interview people since this game is already over. I'm gonna go set up my bed in the car.
And slowly freeze. Become a Brenden sickle.
It was fine. I was comfortable. My toes were getting a little cold by the end, but
Little pietsies. Toesy woesies, if you will. Alright, but let me get back to catching up on these messages. Working on Marine Army. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I gotta work on my 30k Marines, which I know we're going back to pointing at Marines again, pointing at 30k again, but yeah, I need to work on those guys. And okay, Repentia are kind of the flayed ones of the Imperium, but they do still wake up with their skin already attached.
yeah, they're
Flayed
not
ones,
Night
they need to
Lords.
put on this. They need to put on the skin. It's like Night Lords. Though Night Lords already have skin, they just need to put on the additional skin in the baby capes.
It's the extra layer.
Well, I mean, it's winter. You want to layer up, right? Well, it's like that part of winter where you don't, you need a jacket in the morning, but not during the midday.
You mean the part we literally just got through?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we're there, right? We're there at the tail end of that now. Is you got a layer, so you gotta, you have to start your morning with your little baby flesh cape, and then later in the day take that off because it's too warm for the baby flesh.
I mean, cakes? Cakes have layers.
But so do capes.
Do they? I feel like
I
that
don't know.
heavily depends on the cape.
I don't know. You're the one with the flesh capes.
You're the one that's actually painted them.
You have a point. Did you want some? Because did you want any of my old croup bits for the flesh capes? Because that's all I used was just like old original croup bits, which was just a bunch of different nondescript leathers, air quotes.
um, Maybe. We'll see. I haven't worked on my Night Lords in a while. I don't think I actually
Well,
have
you have a new
any.
detachment now.
That is true. I don't think I actually have any unpainted Night Lords minis at this time.
Well,
Also, funnily enough, the Night Lord like team, the kill team like kit, doesn't really benefit from the detachment.
what does the actual kill team do?
I need to double check actually. That was according to Goonhammer, and I'm willing enough to believe them.
Yeah, but I mean, they sometimes make a mistake, or
I mean that's
sometimes
true.
don't see a combo. They're still human, right?
Well, yeah.
That's the thing I always try to tell people, make sure people understand is that all these creators ourselves, well, all these creators, which I have a better appreciation for now that we do content creation, is that everybody's still human and they're still prone to make mistakes or miss something, and that's like the same with playtesting too. And
See our comment on the Tabletop Titans live stream.
that was it was not a live stream, it was pre-recorded.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry.
huh, I win.
See our comment that was entirely intentional on their pre-recorded content.
Yeah, it was our comment of entraption.
Was the entrapment getting them to comment on it?
Maybe.
Is this the same entrapment that led you to watch Critical Role through the channel and not through your page?
Well, technically it's still through my account. It's just me as managing it.
I mean, but it's not technically through your account. It's technically through the channel account.
Nah, that's dumb.
No, that's just how it works.
All right, moving on. So, Deathwing was the reason that Perkysaurus started 40K, which is fair. The Deathwing aesthetic is honestly just flawless. Like, if there's anybody who's just like the aesthetic is just on point, 100% Deathwing.
Dark Angels are definitely one of it, though he does say it's actually the Deathwing short story. I just assumed it was one of the games.
Oh, Deathwing short story. I'm unfamiliar with the Deathwing short story.
I'm not sure which one he means. I
Is
wonder
there
if he
short like
means
a little like the original Squatty Death Guard or Dark Angels? Wow.
he could be talking about the original one that kind of explains some of their Native American influences. But I don't think that's the
Oh,
case because that's like a Rogue Trader era. But unless we have another ancient among us, pairs well with
the
Sean.
ancients.
March. We do a stream March of the Ancients. It's just Sean versus someone else his own age.
Oh, oof. Oofta.
Best part is I know Sean would be 110% down with that. He would not. He would find that hilarious. He would say very mean comments, but he would agree to do it. I can promise you that. Pergasaurus did say they actually posted their Imperial Fist army on the Discord a couple days ago. Might have missed it. I've had a very busy week. We have stuff going on at work, and I've been making a lot of phone calls, and I didn't make a dent in the number of phone calls I need to make, which is moderately upsetting.
Let me.
What'd you say, Scott?
Yeah, I need to look at actually stuff. Stand by. Badoop, badoop, badoop. Imperial Fist Army, the Discord. Where are? I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him, Perky. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Those are gonna be fun. That's okay. Okay. It's not that many. I thought it was a bunch of Termies, then I realized a bunch of them are also Gravis. So
They do like their Gravis
I
armor.
do like their Gravis. I'd like their Gravis armor too. Gravis armor is just kind of slick. I think of like the new art, like what are the like the three new chassis? It's the Gravis armor. There's the
Interesting choice of
whatever.
word, actually. There is, in fact, only one chassis.
Oh, but it's like moddable or something.
Yeah, so the base is the Mark 10 Tacticus, which is what you see with the normal like intercessors and stuff. Armor can be removed, and that's how you get the Phobos pattern, but it's still Mark 10.
Mhm.
Or armor can be added, and you get the Gravis pattern. And those can be mixed or matched to a certain degree, as seen on like the Inceptors and I think Suppressors have mixed like Gravis, Phobos, and
The more you know. Um, but yeah, I like the Gravis. I like the Gravis configuration, I guess would be the right term. But you know who you don't see? Centurions. When was the last time you've seen a Centurion in action?
in person,
Yeah.
ninth edition. Unironically, or ironically, depending on how you feel about it, one of these ad directors is the one I actually want to use. I don't know which it is. We'll take
Yeah,
a risk.
I don't remember the last time I don't think I've seen the baby carriers, the mini baby carriers since like they came out. Like it's definitely been a very long time for me.
They had a moment in ninth edition towards the end. I know there is a mad lad on YouTube called Paul is bad at stuff, who has been trying
Okay.
to make um, 18
Make fetch
Centurions
happen.
work on a
Okay.
competitive level, and he runs like a Raven Guard detachment. And
Okay.
he's done some videos where he's talked about like post tournament performance, and he does surprisingly okay. Like he's not amazing or anything, so they're not amazing, but he's out there doing the Lord's work. And weirdly enough, heavy firepower units, especially infantry, have some interesting play in the Raven Guard detachment, just because
Because
they
you know,
benefit from the
Raven
stealth and
Guard, nothing says stealth like heavy firepower.
the way the God Emperor intended.
We call this aggressive stealth.
I mean, there is a technical term for uh, you can do what's called a recon and force, which just means you try to determine if the enemy is there by shooting the area with a bunch of stuff.
I was at the Spy Museum in Washington, D.C., which is a very good museum. It's not one of the who's it what's it? It's not one of the Smithsonian's,
Smithsonian's,
so it's
yeah.
not free. But still just a very good museum. I do recommend it. I think it's worth every penny. It is right across the street from I don't remember, but the Spy Museum very good. But in there, there's a machine gun, like a big old Bren machine gun. It's like, well, that is one way to be stealthy, I suppose. You
Hey,
can't be detected if there's no one there left to detect you. So
there are two competing theories: machine gun theory and sniper theory. I feel like I don't need to say much more. I think that kind of describes it. I think
yeah,
that's okay.
it kind of describes it. Kind of wraps up. Just a nice little bow on it, if you will. I will also say, going through these, bulking season, yeah, came to me in just a fever dream, if you will, of excellence. I'm like, you know what? I feel fat. I have been partaking in the forbidden bulk of Thanksgiving. It's bulking season, everybody. Make me feel better about all the food I've eaten.
You
Just for
okay,
bulking.
Scott?
For well, what does Mac call it in It's Always Sunny? Accumulating mass.
Sure. I really haven't seen that much of it. It's always sunny, to be honest with you.
No, I like it. It's funny.
It seems funny when I've
Reminds me
seen
why
it.
not to go to Philadelphia.
You know, Scott, the more you talk about Philadelphia, the more I feel like you don't care for it.
You know, it's not your worst guess
Well, counterpoint. Philadelphia is home to some of my favorite sports teams. And do you know why, Scott?
because they like to burn down their city.
Yes, because Philadelphia will burn, win or lose. As a general rule of thumb, I have just determined that East Coast fans are kind of just trash. And I'm here for it. They don't really care about the game.
They threw
They're
batteries at Santa Claus.
they're just there to have a good time. And that good time also includes climbing up grease slickened light poles. And who am I to stand in the way of their fun? You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, Biddy, what are you doing? And that's fair. That is fair. You're a fun-loving guy. You know, everybody says it. You know that Brenden. He likes fun. He's a fan of fun, if you will. He's part of the fun, fair, fanfare.
Are you mocking me right now?
I have no idea, actually.
I feel
I'm just
vaguely
saying
insulted.
things.
I'm just not entirely sure if I should be insulted.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know either. Maybe, maybe. Um, I'll let you know when I figure it out, though.
Okay.
I'll just be lying awake at night in bed and then looking up the ceiling. I was like, I guess that was an insult, wasn't it?
Side note, hey Scott, how's my birthday
Yes.
present coming along?
You know, shit's hard, man. Shit's hard. I know how to do it. It's just having the time to actually do it.
That's fair. I just remembered it, and I was like,
Wait a minute.
I should ask.
I've been cheated a birthday present.
Somewhat unironically, you guys
Oh,
may actually end up seeing that on stream.
Base Wolf Centurions.
Space Wolf Centurions.
Apparently, Tristan Falson's Space Wolf Centurions the other day, on Sunday. Oh, Perky Stories. Yes, it was the short story when they go back to the Plains world to find it overrun with gene stealers and they paint their armor bone white to symbolize they are already dead. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because, so, remind me of some Dark Angels lore right now. We're jumping around a little bit. But remind me of some Dark Angels lore. So Dark Angels, their shtick was they paint their armor white for every bullet that they blocked with their armor or something, right?
Yeah. So the
Like that's
current
why they originally started it.
rule for like 30k, I think at 40k they just do it to show they're part of the inner circle. But in 30k, yeah, they'll do parts if they took around protection of another space marine. They will paint that part bone white, which does lead to the hilarious idea of doing like a dreadnought that's just all in white. Yeah, Yeah, that is the current lore. But yeah, what Purgasaurus is talking about is actually where that started. And in it, they have some very heavy. Because back in the day, Dark Angels actually used to have not like a lot, because this is still 80s GW, right? And they're not. They are a British company. But Dark Angels used to have um, Native American influences.
Hmm.
And that short story partly explains that from what I remember. And you'll actually still see it pop up. Every once in a while you'll see kind of random like random feather motifs. Specifically they'll be carrying like a feather on like a bolter or something. And that is a reference
Oh,
back
that's
to
supposed to be
their
an homage to that.
yeah. I don't even know if
Okay.
that actually has a current explanation from my understanding. Now mind you, I'm not like a super duper Dark Angels fan, so I could be missing bits and pieces there, but that was my understanding of it. Um Like I said, when it comes to Dark Angels, I'm really mostly here for the Lion. I'm going to be honest with you guys. He is, in fact, probably my favorite Primarch. Augie's just right.
He
Why?
just wants to fight. Well, he wants to fight. I get it.
He doesn't want to fight. He's a coward. I've seen this dog bark at much bigger dogs and then try to hide behind me when they bark back.
I mean, in his defense, you are bigger.
Yeah, but I don't want to fight the dog. It's got teeth.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
It is. I don't know about you, but I've been bit before.
Oh, apparently the Space Wolf was still using the Raven Guard detachment, which I guess technically is not Raven Guard, but we all know it's the Raven Guard detachment.
Well, I mean, I think
Um,
the one Paul's bad stuff is the actual like Raven Guard one they put out with the new model. Because that one's like it's basically the Raven Guard one, but extra correct. I'm half wondering if that guy was intentionally trying to do the Paul's bad at stuff strat, which is fun. Paul's bad stuff is nice. He's just wrong about guard.
well, he's bad at stuff, so
Yeah,
what'd you
that's true.
expect? It's on the title. Says it right on the tin.
Try on the 10.
Let's see. Wait, so Percusaurus says when they die, the Emperor sends his Thunderbird to collect their spirit if they were worthy. Is that true? Is that like actual lore? Because I mean, like,
I mean, that
oh,
sounds like some Valhalla shit.
well, no, because Thunderbirds are part of.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking Thunderhawk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Legally
maybe.
distinct.
I don't know if that's current part
I don't
lore or
know.
not.
I don't know.
No, I
It's
truly don't
still
know.
cool. I dig it.
There is an episode of God. I know you will remember this because you have a weird thing for cryptids. Do you remember Monster Quest?
Nope.
You never saw Monster Quest on History Channel?
Think so. That doesn't sound familiar to me, at least.
Really? That's truly fascinating, given just literally everything about you.
I know. I like to keep them guessing.
But yeah, they had Thunderbird on Monster Quest. If you were looking for Native American lore, I would not call that respectful, but it was there.
It was there. They did the thing. Oh, apparently it was in that same short story.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
really,
So yeah, that's the
really
old.
leaning into the influence.
Yeah. Like I said, that was a thing. That was like Rogue Trader, like second edition era. I think it got changed pretty quickly. But I've heard it's a pretty decent short story from all accounts.
I'm
Nothing
learning
crazy.
things. Thanks everybody for helping me today.
Congratulations, everyone. You made Scott learn things. Alright.
He's learning. He's learning.
Mother God. It's learning.
No.
I remember
Ready to
seeing
go to bed.
a discussion on I think it was the Europa Universalis 4. Like subreddit, it may have even been on the actual forum. But there was a whole thing about Give me a second. For whatever reason, the British AI just because like it takes place like 1400, like late 1400s or mid of 1400s through like the Napoleonic Wars. It's a pretty wide band of history, but that included colonization. So there are colonization mechanics and like areas you can colonize, and one of them is the Kamchatka, or however you pronounce it, peninsula in what is now the Russian Far East. Right, it's a very, very far east, like right across from Alaska. And for whatever reason, the British AI would always colonize this peninsula. Like there was nothing there. There was no reason for it to do it. And someone pointed out, and like, it's kind of horrifying to think about, because for whatever reason, it is not doing it because it should. It's doing it because it wants to. And for whatever reason, this AI has decided that it needs this peninsula and will attempt to get it every single game.
Just wants it. It desires it.
It needs it. I did see a thing today.
It's like null oil. Like null oil with being spilled. It needs it. It needs to
I
be spilled.
need it. I saw a thing today where it mentioned that a engineer or something was trying to basically train robots to deliberately make mistakes. And someone kind of pointed out, they're like, well, by definition, if it's doing it on purpose, it's not a mistake. Which I just thought was funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's true. That's fair too.
Yeah, where's the lie, really?
Where's the lie?
All right, let's do some Evil Sun Scarlet.
Evil.
I also saw a comment in one of the 40k subreddits, I think it was the Orc one, and someone was like, I guess it was like that kind of evil sun or whatever that Orcs like uses a motif. Someone asked about like, does it actually mean anything? And someone kind of gave a description of like, oh yeah, in different systems it actually does have some meanings, some of it doesn't, blah blah blah. And someone commented, they were like, you know, I don't know if you're telling the truth or not, but I'm going to believe you. And it's like, man, that just sums up 40k in a nutshell, doesn't it? Like 40k lore in a nutshell. I don't know if you could be lying right now, but I'm going to choose to believe you. All right. Oh, that third color is really where the red just
In the
starts
words
to
of
pop.
Gandhi, there's nothing wrong with a deterrent. Having a weapon and using it are very different. So my question is that real Gandhi or new Cappy Gandhi from Civ? Because I don't actually know.
Apparently, the story behind why Gandhi was New Cappy in the original is like wrong, or like the traditional story. I guess like so like the story always goes that there was a like value that like an aggressiveness value, and Gandhi's was like accidentally put too low to the point that it like was too negative and flipped over.
Like a bit flip.
Yeah, and caused it to go into hyper aggressive, which is why he was very new cappy. Apparently, that's actually a myth. I want to, because apparently it's just not how the game works. I want to say that Gandhi is actually not any more new cappy in the original Civ game, or one or two, whichever one it was, than any of the other Civs. It's just that like people weren't expecting it because Gandhi's like famously a peaceful figure. So like they were shocked by it, and this myth just kind of grew out of that. But I do know in some of the newer games, it is actually intentionally so. Gandhi is, as a reference to that meme, Gandhi is more likely to actually use nukes in like 4 and 5, I think.
You know what, Gandhi? Way to go.
You know what? Good for you. Good for Gandhi. Gandhi can have this one as a treat.
Everybody gets one nuke as a treat.
2 if you're a good boy. Everyone gets one as a treat, except for you, Japan. You don't get one ever.
You know what you've done.
They know what they did. They just don't want to admit it. But on that very dark bombshell, it's about 9 o'clock.
Poor choice of words.
All right, we have the mini mostly done, I think. Let me see if it'll... Do I have autofocus on? I don't think I do. Give me a second. Forget I have to reset it. Really need to switch out my phone for a... Oh, there he goes. Ooh, very good in that lighting. Very happy with that. A little bit. Ta-da! Behold, the Gravis Captain.
It's beautiful.
Like 80 some odd % done. Closer to 90 something. I was talking. Oh, yeah. I need to get like an actual, like, I need to get a webcam to replace this. Because this is not ideal. Droid cam long term does not work as good as I would like. Thank you, Wanting Fire. I hope he lives up to all of the expectations you inevitably had for him. Because I know you've been voting for that one in particular. You've been voting for basically every week. Who knows what next week will be? We'll have to see. Ooh, actually, the hobby stream on the 23rd is actually the day before I leave, so I'll do an extra long one that day because I don't have to drive in the morning.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we could do like a little Christmassy kind of Christmas one. That could be kind of fun.
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah. We'll see what we'll think about stuff. We'll see if we can do something for that.
Gingerbread house terrain.
It's just us building gingerbread houses.
Yeah, for terrain.
Yeah, for terrain.
Obviously.
Wanting Fire says, quote, my expectations were indeed met. Which feels vaguely sarcastic. I'm gonna choose to believe he didn't mean it that way, but it does sound vaguely sarcastic. But yeah. It's 9 o'clock. I have some stuff I need to get done before bed. So oh, there's Augie. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Scott, do you have any final words to say? Any words of wisdom or advice? Or announcements? Or what the week is gonna look like?
So don't have any announcements. We just have our schedule. Coming up this weekend on Saturday, we have Kill Team, where we have the return of Bird versus somebody, either Brenden or I. We're still figuring out that part. Then join us on Sunday for regularly scheduled 40K program. Please be sure to join the Discord if you have not already. And on the Discord, you will be able to vote for what the following Saturday side quest is for the month of January, I guess, because yeah.
Yep, it is in fact December.
Yep. But yep, be sure to meet us over there to be kept up to date with all of our announcements. We do have a couple projects coming down the pipeline. More details on that as they develop. I think that's it.
Yes.
And of course, we appreciate you guys. Thank you as always for your continued support, for hanging out with us during these times, encouraging Brendan to actually paint his stuff. Maybe one day you guys will encourage me to paint my stuff.
Don't worry, it's just Scott. It's okay. Actually, no, they have encouraged you to paint your stuff before. You have done a live stream or a hobby stream.
I have. I guess I'll probably need to steal the camera while you're, or steal the setup while you're.
Well, that's the thing is, I'm actually not gonna be gone on a Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind.
Yeah. I leave on Christmas Eve and get back on Sunday, so I will be here for hobby streams.
Oh, Well,
You can steal it. You can do that Monday. I'll let you have the first one of the year. That's okay.
nah, you're doing great.
No. All right. Well, I don't have anything for you guys. It's been wonderful having you all. Shout out to any new subscribers. I know we got at least one. We got two
Who
more.
even?
Actually, two we got earlier in the day from our last live stream.
Oh, neat.
So yes, we got one at least during this one. So thank you all for showing up. Thank you as always to everyone that stays here and actually stays throughout the entire stream. Always means a lot. It's really cool to have your guys' support. And again, thank you so very much. And like Scott said, we will see you on Saturday for Saturday Side Quest, and we'll see you again on Sunday for our normal 40K stream. Scott, do you have anything else you need to get off your chest?
Sheboygan.
All right, on that bombshell, good night, everyone. We will see you on Saturday and Sunday. Bye.
Ah.